There are a couple of important concepts to discuss before writing a single line of code. There are a couple of questions I want to answer. The first question is, what are we going to be using for testing? Just like there are different frameworks for creating apps, there are various libraries for writing tests. We have quite a few options. In the Vite community, the most popular choice is Vitest. It's the official tool for projects built by Vite. Other popular choices are Mocha, Jasmine, and Jest. One of the great things about testing is that a lot of the concepts are similar between frameworks. The syntax is different. It's kind of like switching programming languages if you've ever experienced that. A lot of what you'll learn in this section can be carried over to other testing frameworks. In the resource section of this lecture, I provide links to all the testing tools I've mentioned so far. Even though Vitest is developed by the Vite developers, it'll work with any JavaScript library. It works great with Vue. Its main focus is to help us create unit tests. It doesn't do end-to-end testing. We'll be using another tool for that. The next question is, why do we need a testing tool? It's true, we can test Vue without using a library, but they're incredibly helpful. They can do a couple of things for us. Firstly, they can generate a report of tests that have passed or failed. Secondly, they can help us organize tests. Large apps can have hundreds of tests. You'll want to organize things for readability. Lastly, Vite has a set of functions for helping us write tests. For example, it can verify that two values match. We'll be exploring these functions as the course progresses. There are a couple of things to know before working with Vitest. Vitest does not run in the browser. It runs in Node. This is a problem because Vue is a client-side library. It needs a document to be able to render components. We're completely dependent on the browser document. This reason is why we never worried about the test files in our project. They were never bundled with our project to begin with. Tests are a process that runs independently. The reason why Vitest doesn't run in the browser is that loading the browser takes some time. Navigating between pages takes up more time. Running JavaScript in Node is much faster. So the question becomes, how will we test our application with Vitest? Fortunately, Vitest installs a third-party dependency called JS-DOM. This dependency will create a virtual document where our components can be mounted. There are some limitations to this implementation, but we'll discuss those when we get to them. In the next lecture, we're going to start running Vitest with a UI. I'll see you there.